टोपी और काल मोटा सा, तेजी का इसकी नहीं कोई ठिकाना, कितना है पक्का देखो इसका निशाना। हथौड़ी हथौड़ी ये है अपना यार, हंसता और हंसाता है ये असली निंजा। मैं हूँ एक निंजा।
Usually, I don't take the help of such humor to make my reviews get more views or get more attention. But this one is certainly different. This North Korean movie, regarded as a country classic, has certainly disappointed and definitely demeaned the classic tag. The story is about a boy named Hong Kil-dong, who is the illegitimate son of a nobleman and his low-born concubine. He was constantly disrespected by his stepmother and he was forced to leave the city and live in the hills with his biological mother. But one day, troops sent by his stepmother tried to attack him, and this is when a monk arrives who saves them. Later, Hong wanted to learn the special martial arts from him and he grew up to be an invincible warrior. Amidst all this, incidents kept happening. Notable were the fights with the bandits and Hong saving Rim from their captivity. Rim wanted to marry him, but caste barriers didn't let them be together. Later, he saves the entire kingdom from the venomous clutches of the Japanese ninjas, but still their marriage wasn't allowed. So they did something, which is again the climax, so I'm not disclosing it. But it was truly perfect. Being adapted from a novel named Hong Kil-dong Jeon, the film didn't do justice to the actual piece. See, adaptations may be non-fidel, may not be similar to the written work. We have seen amazing cinematic adaptations of Shakespeare in Japanese culture done by Kurosawa in films like Ran and Throne of Blood, or that by Vishal Bhardwaj corresponding to the Indian culture in Maqbool or Omkara. But the problem with Hong Kil-dong is that it being written under similar conditions had to be more true to the essence of the novel, without which it seemed to lack originality at times. See, the basic point is, why will a Korean movie adapted from a Korean novel be so much different? I personally think that much of this has come because the movie focused on villainizing the Japanese by ultra glorifying the Koreans. Yeah, I said it. See, I don't have any particular soft corner for the Japanese. Still, I think so. So, there must be something wrong. This was more of perceptual, but regarding the technicalities too, the movie fails. Hong is shown taking classes from the monk to learn martial arts, and then suddenly by one jump, he grows up.
선생님! 자, 이젠 그걸
See, this kind of transition may seem okay, but definitely as a viewer, you wanted to see something smoother and something more regarding his childhood. Another major point was, if Hong was invincible as established in the film through major events, then why did it take so much time to defeat the ninjas? And why did he need the help of so many people to do that? I know it's for the sake of dramatization, but it's certain to interrupt the viewer. Talking about the camera angle, the use of zoom out and specifically zoom in has been widely used. See, we prefer close-ups to see the expressions and detailed acting of our favorite actors. But this kind of zoom has definitely worked as something which will interrupt more, engross little.
그럴 수가 있나?
할아버지! 주사시다니요. 그게 웬일이시오니까.
And And a large amount of this has happened due to the poor acting. Good actors could have made up for these flaws, but unfortunately, the casting was a big disappointment. There was an overdose of overacting, which surely cuts away a lot of marks while analyzing the film. Look, as I mentioned initially, the conclusion is the only part which seemed really good to me. Otherwise, the film never left a deep impact. But yeah, if you love the fantasy genre and action along with that, you can give this a watch. I give it a 6 out of 10. And let me know your opinion in the comment box. The link of the film is given in the description. So goodbye, soon coming up with the 5th film. Take care everyone.